Welcome back to Hot Mess Help Desk, the podcast where we talk honestly about college, including the parts that make you want to fake a Wi-Fi outage when someone asks about your future.
I'm Lainey K.
And I'm Maya Ice. Today's episode is for anyone who's been hit with the question, so what are you doing after graduation? And immediately felt their soul leave their body.
We're talking careers, but not in a 5-year plan, hustle harder kind of a way.
More like a career panic at 2 a.m. way.
Which is why we're joined by Adam James, Assistant Director of the Center for Career Development here at UE.
Adam, thank you for being here and agreeing to talk about careers without terrifying anyone.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Let's start with our check-in corner. Did you always picture yourself where you are right now, or did life take a few very unexpected detours?
Because some of us planned exactly how we got here, and some of us tripped and kind of fell into this.
That's a great question. I certainly tripped and fell into this. This was never a plan. I didn't know this was a career.
Okay.
I didn't know career development existed when I was a student. I think it was in a basement, out of sight. And no, I went to school to be a teacher and graduated and never taught. Did a number of things over the years that kind of led here, but never until, I in my 30s started a business with a friend.
Okay.
And then COVID hit. We survived COVID, but then my wife and I decided to start a family, and it gave me a chance to sell my business. And I started over at like 35. As a UE alum, I was always interested in doing something here if it ever came about. My wife also worked here at that time and was searching, noticed a role in career development. Wasn't super familiar with everything that they did, but applied, reached out, and here I am.
And what's cool about your story is I'm sure a lot of students will be able to relate, maybe not at this very moment, but in the future. And I think what happens is everybody's like, I've chosen this and now I have to stick to it no matter what. And I cannot be flexible about it at all, right?
Yeah.
So like I went to school to be a teacher. Now I have to teach. And I don't think that's the case. I really don't. You can change your mind at any point. You could start over at 35.
Yep.
I love that. You could start over at 60,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have very rigid rules.
Yeah, I think so too.
Don't agree with it. Yeah.
I don't either. And I think students come in feeling that pressure oftentimes. And hopefully, that's why I try to share that story. We meet with a lot of prospective students, but also, of course, current students too. But sharing that story of like, it's really okay to take some time and figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's get into it, folks. We're going to ask you some questions if you can answer them for us.
I can. Right. It is all right.
So let's start basic. When students hear career services or career advocate, career development, what do they usually think it means, and what does it actually mean? Is there any misconceptions about your office?
Oh, probably so. We try to be very visible on campus and get our name out and kind of the services that we offer. I think some who don't know maybe think of us as like, these are the people who will help me find a job. We sometimes have people coming in, senior year saying, someone sent me here and they said you could help me find a job, or that you could find me a job. It's like, well, it's not exactly what we do. We want to teach you how to market yourself, how to showcase, your accomplishments. And so I think maybe that's the misconception, is that that's what we're here for. Or maybe some just think it's just a resume, that's all we do is resumes. And that is a lot of what we do. But we do a whole lot more than that. We all have these different backgrounds, right, that we bring. And so we really want to take the time to sit down with students, understand what their interests are, what their values are when they are kind of exploring those different careers. We try to start with understanding what they're interested in. And also we do personality assessments, which I actually enjoy doing. I think some students do them as assignments and they're not sure, but I usually feel like they leave that appointment getting something out of it anyway, understanding something about themselves, the type of environment that maybe they want to work in or not work in, where they would thrive based on who they are.
Yeah. You guys have assessments that you can do with students to help them better understand themselves, right? Because I think they don't always have a great idea about what they actually value or prefer.
I think you're right. And I came to school to be a teacher, and so much of that was because everyone said you'd be a great teacher.
Exactly.
And I don't disagree with that. Like, I think I would have been a good teacher. because I love working with people. But when I got in the classroom, I was like, oh, this isn't what I want.
Yeah.
I want to help others. I want to teach them.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to understand kind of the values that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we do, I guess to kind of answer that a little further too, we have what we call the True Talent Personality Assessment. It's an MBTI, so it's a Myers-Briggs type indicator test. Students spend about 20 minutes taking it, and they, I think, really get an understanding of their personality types, but also others in their lives. It helps them understand, and we offer this meeting afterwards where they can come in and sit down with us, and we'll talk them through, like, okay, we talk about introversion and extroversion. We talk about sensing and intuition, thinking and feeling, judging and perceiving, and what that means and what that looks like in the classroom, what that maybe looks like in a work environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just an opportunity for students to learn when they complete this assessment. They get their results, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's these paragraphs about who they are. And there's a career section. It's not going to tell you the one thing you should do. Instead, it's going to be like, here are 30 to 180 different careers that tend to mesh well with your interests and personality types. So it's not a be-all, end-all decision maker, but it is something to consider, like, oh, I actually am interested in some of these things, or some of the things that I was interested in are not on here. What does that mean?
Ooh, I love this. So it makes them kind of introspective.
I think so.
I love that.
Yeah, maybe we need to book some time together. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
It is.
Go in depth, because you can just read it, but having somebody kind of be an expert in it.
Yeah, and debrief.
Explain it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Debrief would be fun. So watch out for my email, Adam.
Okay, come on in. We'll do it. I'll send you the link.
Okay, so this kind of leads us into our next question. A lot of students feel like they're behind because they don't have a clear plan yet. How normal is it to not know what you want to do, even when you're close to graduation?
Totally normal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, especially, I would say just starting early, like when we do a lot of prospective visits, I kind of mentioned that, Tracy handles a lot of that in our office, but those prospective student meetings where we let them know, I think we all make it a point to let them know it is okay to not know what you want to do.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think it's, we try to make a point to say, like, you don't have to have it figured out yet, and take some time, take some classes, figure out what interests you, what excites you. When you think about a major, I know that's different than career. You're not going to be excited to go to class every day, but you want to pick something that's going to make you want to learn the material and want to be there, right? Same thing with a job. You want to make sure you're finding something that gives you a reason to get out of bed and go do something, whether it's something you're passionate about or just excited to do. I think it's totally fine to not know. You have time to figure it out.
Yes.
You've got people here to help you figure it out. The second part of that, getting closer to graduation, come and meet with us. Let us help you figure out what's important to you. You're not expected to find your dream job when you graduate college. I mean, you may stumble into that, and I hope that you do.
Yeah. Something you said was really like standing out to me is people told you you would be a good teacher because of the qualities that you had as an individual. And that stuck with you because I'm assuming it was as you were growing up and as a child, right? So you don't really know any better. You're just like, yeah. Sure. Teacher. I choose teacher and I will be a teacher. And then when you get to college and you have a little bit more independence and have different experiences, you're like, hold on a second, that sort of a thing. So it makes sense if you don't know exactly what you want to do yet, because you're just kind of figuring out who you are.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you're 16. So when the students come to visit us, they are 16, 17, maybe 18 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. I mentioned I started over at 35. Like, I had the degree, which I would say helped me because that was a common thread there that allowed me to do so many things that I've done over the years. But my gosh, you're so young. There's so much you don't know. You don't even know what, like I said, I didn't know that a career in higher ed or career development was an option for me.
Yeah. Maya, I'm assuming you knew exactly what you wanted to do at 16.
No. I went all over the place. I was like, I could be like a pediatric nurse at one point. I was like, hold on, girl, you ain't even good at science. Let's bring it back down. But yeah, I mean, I kind of had that wanting to help people vein throughout any career. I think I also considered teacher, considered therapist. So I guess that's been like the dream job. But yeah, I certainly never thought I'd be working at a university doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Or podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like in college, I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Like I thought I was going to work with kids.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
then I did, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm here with young adults. I'm like, oh, yep, this is my population.
Yeah.
But I had no idea until like 2 years ago.
And how could you if you don't have that experience? And I guess that's kind of like getting back to what the whole theme of this episode will most certainly be is it's okay if you do not know, and it's good to utilize your resources.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can we talk about the pressure to have a dream job? Because some of us are just looking for a pay the rent job with decent vibes,
Yes.
good boundaries,
Mhm.
work-life balance.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and I don't know what I don't know what a dream job is.
Yeah.
I think you have to find what's important to you, like what your values are when you're looking for jobs, because no job is going to have, I don't think, every single thing that you ever dreamt of.
Yes.
You know, I guess it could, but like I've worked jobs where maybe I made more money,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't love what I was doing.
Yeah.
Wasn't fulfilled. And I think it's more important to think about fulfillment, like what at the end of the day makes you feel like you've done something that is meaningful or impactful. And I think that's what made it such an easy decision for me to come here to UE.
Yeah.
Was I've worked a number of jobs over the years, right? I've had a career in social work. I had careers in sales. I mentioned I started a business, and not to toot my horn, but it was a successful business. It was doing well, but I had a chance, I mentioned, to kind of start over and figure out what my values were in my mid-30s, what was going to bring me fulfillment, and it wasn't that. It wasn't what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so coming here, I knew that I needed something that would give me a supportive team, that would make me feel like I could make a tangible difference or impact in people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe as lofty or dreamy as that sounds, like that's something I felt like we could do here. And now having done it for a couple of years, we get to see that. We get to see students when they're coming in, not sure of what they want to do. Or maybe they think they know, but they change their mind,
Mm-hmm.
and we can help them through that process. And we get to, so I think it's more about fulfillment. My favorite time of year in this role is mid to late spring, because students start interviewing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so they've met with us for a resume before, where right we've sat down, we've worked on their cover letter. Now they've got an interview coming up, and when they stop me on campus, or stop Tracy or Diana or one of us on campus and say, "Hey, that interview we did together, nailed it! Like it was." I was ready. They asked that question that we worked on, and I knew exactly how to answer it.
I love it.
Or you know, even better than is when they get the call of like, I got the internship or I got the job. And so, I don't know, like we talk about a dream job. I didn't dream of working in career development.
Mm-hmm.
College students intimidated me.
Mm-hmm.
I was intimidated by
Mm-hmm.
that age group. I always thought I wanted to work with children as well. And I got here, I was like, no, these people are awesome. These are like,
They
right?
are.
They're here
Yeah.
because they want to
Yeah.
be here. They're here because, and man, we have some incredible students.
Yes.
And you get to
Yes.
see all of the amazing things that they're doing.
Yeah.
And to be even like a small part of that, I think is very fulfilling. So,
Yeah.
you know, dream job, I don't know. It has become that for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you know, my favorite thing that I've ever done. But I think if you're chasing a dream job, then you're always chasing something. I think you're always,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. Find what's important to you.
Back to basics.
Back to basics.
Right? Like do that assessment, figure out what your values are, and like that's what you should prioritize in your workspace. And I think this is relevant. We had a conversation, I think last week, me and my colleagues, and I was like, this work environment is rare. I've worked many different places in my big age. And this like work environment is truly rare, where you're coming in and you're laughing all the time. You're having, you know, and the tough stuff that we do as therapists, we still, giggling all day, giggling. So, yeah, it's a good place to work.
Yeah.
And I cry every graduation. I just do.
You're so right about the work environment.
Yeah.
That was something that was so important to me. I mentioned wanting a supportive team. I'm someone, and the true talent personality tells me this. Tells me this. I'm someone who needs to be able to have fun at work.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't mean I don't take my work seriously, but I need for it to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I need to work with people who I feel like are supportive. I spend more time here than I do at home, or my awake time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Student affairs in general, I feel cared about and supported by everyone there. And then, of course, within my smaller team of career development, we're close,
Mm-hmm.
like many departments are. And I think that was important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I needed to be somewhere where I felt like I was cared about.
Yes.
You know,
valued, respected.
Valued. Yeah. Because like you, I mean, I've worked in environments where that's not there.
Mm-hmm.
And for some, that's not important. For some people, I just want to go in and do my job.
Yep.
Go home. I don't care about.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
try to make as much money as possible.
Yes.
Because I have a family to support.
And that's okay.
That's cool. That ain't me though.
Yeah. Or it changes over time.
It does.
I'm sure we're gonna.
And you need flexibility if you're kids.
Yep.
They get sick if that's important to
y'all.
you know.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that changes. I think your dream job changes based on
what a job has to offer.
Exactly. Yeah. And where you are in your life.
Yep.
So my next question. Students often compare themselves to friends who seem like they have everything lined up.
Yeah.
What do you want students to know about comparison and timelines?
Even your friends who you think have it figured all out, they don't.
Yes.
And that's okay too, right? Like,
yes. Uh-huh.
Gosh, comparison is so hard because I think it's just naturally something we do.
Yes.
When you spend time comparing yourself to others, what you're really doing is you're seeing their highlight reel, right? And you're not seeing their struggles. You're comparing your whole self, all of your struggles. Sometimes you're even forgetting about your own successes because you're focused on only the positives for these other people. You don't even realize the struggles that they've had, maybe. And we tell students this all the time too, right? I mentioned prospective students. When they come in and they're with their parents, maybe their parents are concerned because they don't know what they want to do yet and their friends do, or even they put that pressure on themselves, like, well, my friend's coming in, I know she's going to be a nursing major, I know she's going to be a physical therapist. Maybe she is, and hopefully she's got that figured out and that's what will drive her. But also we know data shows that, and this is not a UE number, but data shows that 3 in 4 students change their major at some point. So even those students who, when they're here, think they have it figured out, sometimes you get into your classes and realize I don't connect with this major or career path in the way that I thought that I would.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do, but like, I want to do something else too. I want to add something to this, right? I wanted to do something more. And so, yeah, I just think comparison can really take your own joy away and make you forget about all of the accomplishments that you have done and had yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, how would you respond to a student who is feeling stuck, not motivated, overwhelmed, maybe scared to start?
Encourage them to set up an appointment with us and sit down and talk, right? Like we offer appointments for major and career exploration where we can sit down together and just talk about what excites you, what's important to you, what are you interested in maybe doing. I also think encouraging them, and maybe I don't know if this goes here, but I think encouraging them to spend some time shadowing people out in their field. That is probably the best thing that anyone can do as they're considering a career or what they want to do, because you think one thing and then you get out in the field and you're like, oh, I didn't consider this aspect. This is not for me. Or, wow, now I've done this and I absolutely love it. I don't know if that ties exactly into that, but if they're feeling stuck, unmotivated, I think it's just encouraging them to use their resources. Right?
Yeah.
This campus, I say this all the time, we are a small campus. We are not lacking in resources or services for our students.
No.
They can come and talk to us about career stuff, right? But also they can talk to us about, what they're feeling, how they're feeling. We have walked students over to you all before. Like,
I mean, and something, as you were talking, Adam, I was like, a bunch of things came into my mind. Is like, one of them is in the psych class, like an early psych class that students take, they have to interview somebody within their field. And so I've had some students come into my office and we've done like a little interview, and they ask me questions about career choices and career paths, and really good information to have early on in their career or in their, education. Something else I say to students too, though, is like, as they get later on in their degree, I'm like, listen, you will get saturated with this information. It's going to be psychology all day, every day. So there's going to be a point that you might feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. And that's okay, right? As long as it's not persisting. Because I think it makes sense. Like in grad school, it sucks, man. Like it's the same, it's all, and if depending on your major, it can be really heavy content.
Right. Yeah.
So is this like a bad class, or this isn't lining up with my values? Or I can't see myself in this field. So maybe asking yourself that, like, is this just a really hard professor, really hard content that will be over in a few months?
Or am I feeling burned out?
Yep.
Yeah. And I love that you said that. And honestly, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, right? As a career advisor, this is something I should be encouraging students to do, but informational interviews are huge, right?
Yeah.
So I teach in the fall, I teach a professional development course, just building your professional image. And one of the assignments in that course is an informational interview, right? And students sometimes struggle with it, right? With who do I interview? Who do I know? And so, of course, we're utilizing LinkedIn or your faculty network or people on this campus when you can. But we really want you to get outside of your faculty and find people who are doing the work that you're interested in doing, because they can give you a really clear glimpse into what's going on, what day to day is like. Ask them the questions you want to know. And I think, between that and shadowing together, really helps you glean as much as you can about what day to day life is like in that role.
To kind of wrap this up,
Yeah.
what's something career related that causes way more stress than it should? And maybe we can put it on students' radars.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, think about that.
Yeah. Probably internship search for a lot of them. And maybe it should be stressful because, we want you to do an internship. We want you to have some type of experiential learning, whether that's summer research or an actual internship, clinical, whatever it might be, student teaching. But for some students, I think it's finding that, right?
Okay.
And so I think get in early. Don't wait, right? Like, we do these career events and these career fairs. In the fall, we do our engineering business technology career fair. Well, the reason that's done in the fall is because those companies like to find their candidates for the upcoming summer as soon as they can, as early as they can. So with students coming to us now looking for internships this summer, chances are you can still find something, but you're kind of behind the 8 ball, if that makes sense. You're a little bit.
Sometimes students don't realize that they have these resources available to them, and it's so hard to get that information to them and for them to actually use it. So, what causes more stress than it should? Probably searching for internship because they haven't started sooner, and they just don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
And I will a big shout out to the career fairs that you all do, because it's incredible.
Massive.
They're massive. They're informative. You get to again, interact with people who are in your field.
Right.
So, I think every student should be going to them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to add to that too, because I like that you said that about resources, because that could be one too, right? I think sometimes students don't realize that we're here and all the things that we do.
Yeah.
And the ways
they're paying for it.
And that's low key one of the reasons we're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so I think it's like, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes.
Right? Like we are, I tell students this all the time. And I think we are unique at UE in that we offer a visit with career development during your prospective visit to campus. We want you to know who we are, where we are on campus, how we serve our students. We offer what we call end-to-end career development. So you're seeing us on your first visit to campus. And then as an alumni, you have access to our services for free for life. And so
I didn't know that.
now you know, and now everyone listening knows that you have access to us forever as an alum. So don't be afraid to ask for help early. Come back. We are not scary. We're not intimidating. We are all helpers by nature. We all have education in our backgrounds. We're here, and this is what we do. So let us help.
Yes.
Come in as early as you can. Come in as often as you want.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah. And follow their Instagram. I know Amanda and the work studies work really hard on that, and it's very good. They have very good tips on there.
Yeah.
Similar to the counseling services one.
Yes. Right.
But it's very good. Is it at UE Careers?
Yep.
Pause.
I'll have to look that up.
Hold on, everybody pause. Hold on.
Yep. So, do you guys have an Instagram?
You're so funny. So glad you asked, Maya. Do we have an Instagram? Yes, you can find us on Instagram at UE Careers.
Yes.
Perfect.
Follow us. Amanda, you're right. Amanda works hard on that.
She's amazing.
She does.
Really is.
Yep.
Yes, Amanda does. If you all listening don't know Amanda, come by and get to know me.
Oh, gosh, she's so lovely to talk to.
She does everything for our team. Also, like these career fairs we talk about, that's all her. The employer relations, that is, it's all.
What a queen.
What a queen.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
My goodness.
Say it all the time. What a queen.
All right. Are you ready for myth versus fact? We're busting some myths.
I am ready.
Okay.
Let me sit straight up in the chair. Ready.
Right. Here's the first one. If I don't know what I want to do right now, I'm failing.
Oh, myth.
Oh, myth.
Yeah.
Anything else?
You want me to elaborate on these or just say myth fact? Myth fact.
You can do a short elaboration.
Okay.
A one-liner.
One-liner.
Yeah.
It's okay to not know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You have time to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You have people here to help you.
Yes.
There are resources.
Yeah.
Yes. The takeaway. Okay. Next little myth versus fact.
Okay.
Your major will determine your entire future.
I love that. Absolute myth. We say this. I'm like, it's like you listen to the lingo that our department uses. We say all the time, your major does not define your career.
Oh.
We say it all the time, right? You get to define your career. Yeah.
Oh.
So myth.
Myth.
Get out of here with that.
2 out of 2.
Our last one for you in this section. Everyone else has it figured out except for me.
Oh, myth.
Mm.
We're all figuring it out, man. We are all still figuring it out.
Yeah, even at our big ages.
Right? Yeah, I think again, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, but like some of your classmates, maybe they do have it figured out. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't compare yourself to them.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
You've got time to figure it out.
Yep, good for them, but that's their life.
But also chances are they are still also there.
Yes.
They're fronting.
They're fronting.
Self-Care Spotlight Career Edition. What's one realistic thing students can do to take care of themselves while they continue to think about the future?
Make an appointment. Come and talk to us. Like, how can we help take some of that stress off?
Yes.
What are you feeling? Like, what is stressing you out?
Yeah.
Try to understand. Like, we had a student come in the other day who was, ready to change their major. And we said, well, let's come and sit down. Let's talk.
Yeah.
So like, let's alleviate some of that stress, some of that pressure, whatever you're feeling. Make your appointment. Come in. Let's sit down and just kind of see what's important to you and what you're feeling.
Did they change their major?
It's on the calendar, so I don't have an update yet.
Okay.
Hopefully they will, because I think that it sounds like they are certain they need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam, for making careers feel a little less terrifying and a lot more human.
Well, thank you for having me. I forgot the line.
It's okay.
You're lying. But I paused, so maybe you can just cut it off there.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
And for normalizing the chaos.
Yeah, and for normalizing the chaos. And for
Just take it from the top again.
And
stop again.
No, I want you to have to edit all of this line by line.
I'll simply die. I'll be here for 3 hours.
Just delete the rest. It just cuts off at mid-verse.
They're like, what happened to the outro, Lainey?
Yeah.
Don't care.
Don't know.
He left. Thanks for having me and for normalizing the chaos.
If you're feeling unsure right now, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're in the middle of figuring things out, maybe forever.
Careers aren't one decision. They're a series of chapters, and you're allowed to edit as you go. This is Hot Mess Help Desk.
2 counselors.
Total hot messes.
Here to help you thrive.
No 5-year plan required.
I'm afraid you ate with that one.
Oh, yeah. No crumbs?
No crumbs, he said.
No crumbs?
Saw that on TikTok once. Said she ate and left no crumbs, and I had to spend some time thinking about what that meant.
Before we go, a quick reminder. You don't have to handle everything on your own.
If you're a student here at UE, you can connect with us at the Counseling Center. Just call 812-488-2663. Email counselingservices@evansville.edu or stop by during office hours.
If you're not on our campus, check in with your school's counseling center or a local provider for support.
And if you ever feel like you're in immediate danger or are having thoughts of harming yourself or others, please call Public Safety to get in contact with a UE counselor or call 911 right away.
You can also dial 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It's available 24/7 anywhere in the U.S.
You're not alone, and reaching out takes courage.
This podcast was produced by Student Media. Student Media is a student organization at the University of Evansville that utilizes design, photography, video, and sound towards experiential and academic learning in journalistic endeavors and storytelling. Student Media elevates the voice of the student body and connects the campus and community to important information and points of view. If you would like to donate, go to fireside.evansville.edu/donate to contribute to a program.